someone who could probably use a bit of Uncle Kareem's advice. I think you know where I'm going with this. Ben Simmons reportedly already lost out on 8.25 million from his max contract, which is being held in escrow right now. And as missed games accumulate, money will be deducted from that. Um, yeah, when training camp started, he's not reported. According to the same reports, he knew this was going to happen and said something akin to in it for the long haul. The shit show continues. Thoughts?
Yeah. I'm a little bit sick of talking about it at this point, but what I will say is I found Joel Embiid's comments particularly interesting
Poor guy.
in his interview, talking about how for a lot of years now the team tended to accommodate to the strengths of Ben Simmons, um, where Embiid became more of the floor spacer, and so I'm more fascinated now to push Ben Simmons to the side and really zoom in on this Philadelphia 76ers team and see what they can be with the heliocentric Joel Embiid and a bunch of guys put in there designed to play around him. And if Ben Simmons eventually does get moved, who they bring in that can help elevate Joel Embiid's game as well as maybe a more perimeter oriented player on offense. Like we've talked about this over and over, but I would just be fascinated to see that component of this as we head into the season.
You say Helio Joe centric there. Uh, man, the comment or the line that really stuck out to me where I was like, man, poor Joel was I still feel like getting rid of Jimmy was a mistake. And that was all for the sake of Simmons. I I feel like it's gonna be loose change when they can eventually move him, probably some draft picks. But the teams that are going to be in the market for it are most likely not going to be giving you top five or even top 10 draft picks. So it would take some great scouting to pull out a huge ace there. But yeah, I think Joel Embiid is 100% like one of the top 10 players in the NBA right now, one of the most unstoppable at any range. He's dangerous. And also, this is pure speculation on my part, but combining the work ethic of Joel Embiid and what Nikola Jokic just did this past season and the similarities in their game, I can see Embiid becoming a bit more of a playmaker this coming season. Like that's the progression or evolution his game needs, especially with this Simmons situation, to make the team move forward, get past whatever hurdles they're at, and fill in whatever holes, at least offensively, Simmons is going to leave for the foreseeable future. So you heard it here first. Joel Embiid going to be rivaling Jokic for top center playmaker this coming season and strong MVP candidate, I believe.
Yeah, and I love that you speculated on that. He's backed it up himself. Embiid has been always a guy who said that the next stage of his game is someone who can really control all of the pieces on the floor on offense and be able to manipulate a defense. And he's even talked about bringing up the ball on offensive possessions at some point. I don't know if we'd ever see him doing that. It's a lot of extra strain on him as a
Injury
center.
prone
That
enough that that's
exactly, yeah. So definitely could see the rise in assists this season for sure from Joel Embiid.
the three peak point scoring, the mid range, the center. When you're a three level scorer like that and so unstoppable, the double teams and just Helio Joe centric play is there. I'd say the footwork and just hand dexterity, probably the only things Jokic has that Embiid doesn't, but the pure strength and athleticism maybe can be made up for. I'm really excited to see what Joel brings this coming season.
Absolutely. All right. Gonna look forward to the NBA season, preseason about to get underway. And we will have our season preview for the NBA on either October 17th or the 18th there. I believe the season gets underway on the 19th. So mark your calendars for that one. Looking forward to that. And we'll slide over to another season that's looking forward to getting underway very shortly.